Good seeing everybody. Appreciate you being here. It's been a great day for football, especially being the first day in pads. That's always a kind of a momentous day, and our guys really took to it. I think they were excited for it. They were looking forward to it. A couple guys told me they couldn't sleep last night. A couple other guys said they slept like a baby. Woke up every night crying. They were excited. And I thought we had a good day, but yet it takes a little bit of adjustment to get your pads kind of set. You know, taking a hit, giving a hit, bracing yourself. Those things are things that you only really can do by doing. You know, so I thought that was part of it today. So we had a good day, and on to the next day tomorrow.
Nate Wiggins out there, especially in the red zone role, really seemed to kind of step up, catch break up, and do this offense. But what have you kind of seen out of maybe in the second year?
Nate's had a couple really good practices, 2-3 really good practices in a row, both playing press and off and coverage. He's also reacted nicely to underneath throws in zone and made some nice tackles too. Today, actually had a chance to front those guys up. So, hey, so far so good.
John, I do want to ask you about the All-Stars directly, but I did notice there's been a fair number in camp today so far. But today, I wondered if you're first in pads and limited some of the things you're doing, movements or changes, to try and make it easier to get off plays for players.
No, you got to keep pushing that. If you're going to, over the years, people that didn't want, and I've had coordinators like that here, didn't really want to do things or didn't really want to take a chance of having issues. They say, well, we'll get into that later, but we want to get these plays off early. And what happens is you never have cadence the whole season. You can't just bring it out 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now. It looks the same. It looks bad. It always looks bad early. Look at the Chiefs practice 2 days ago. You have to do it from the get-go. You have to push through it. You have to practice it. You got to practice it under the toughest conditions, heat, pads, whatever it is, and try to get really good at it.
When did you see Jair Alexander? Are you using him based on the injury?
No, he had a little swelling, and he kind of went to drain his knee today, so he'll be back tomorrow.
Coach, 5 years ago today, the city of Baltimore lost Harbaugh. I know he was beloved here in the building. Just wanted to see if you had any positive memories you wanted to reflect on.
What a reminder. Thanks for that. Yeah, Mo Gabba, I always think about Mo Gabba was like, I felt like when I was talking to Mo, I felt like I was talking to the Holy Spirit shining through somebody. That's what I felt. He was just, he was kind of the epitome of enthusiasm unknown to mankind. Mo Gabba, like he is the living, breathing epitome of enthusiasm unknown to mankind. So, happy birthday, Mo. Happy birthday. You're not forgotten.
John, what's your first memory of pads in practice?
You mean like Little League football or high school or college? College to me was a big one because that's another level. You go to college and you're 17 years old and you're going against these guys. You see them out there in the cafeteria, beforehand. Oh my God! And that's when you wear pads twice a day, by the way. And we actually literally had to walk a half a mile to practice just for the record in Miami back in those days and back. No, I remember bouncing off the running back one time early on. Being, like, wow, this is different.
Are the pads an adjustment for kickers as well with this competition?
It's a good question because Tyler mentioned that yesterday. I go, it feels different. So I do think it's different. They probably should come out here every day in pads, actually, because that's how they do it in the game. So,
John, one of Tyler's kicks, you couldn't really tell. It looked like he was called no good, but only one ref said it. It looked like Jordan Stout said it was good. Did you see it?
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't. I don't know. The one guy ruled it not good, so we'll say not good.
John, when you've got young players sometimes making hits as these padded practices start, how much do you police that and tell guys to kind of pull back on the throttle? How much do you rely on your veterans on the field to be kind of monitoring that?
We have specific protocols for what we want to see in the contact. We're not tackling to the ground. We do wrap up. And then we release the tackle. So that's what we do when everybody to the ball. As much as we can, we want to stay on our feet as much as we can until we go live, which we'll do at some point, especially with the younger players. And then it's regular time.
But during practice, when players are crossing that line, are you the
We haven't really
staff
had too
or
many
is it
guys cross. I don't think we've had anybody cross the line. I mean, they understand it. They'll say something to each other. If I need to, I'll say something. But it's pro football. Rarely do you really have to say anything. if something gets out of hand, I've got the videotape. I can show it in the team meeting the next day. We do a lot of that. But I'm not going to run around there like a chicken with my head cut off. You know, I think these are pros. They practice like pros. You know, and the rookies have done a great job. I mean, first time ever trying to figure out how to pad the practice as a pro. You know, and I thought they did a good job.
John, we're talking to Zay. What are you looking for him?
Zay Flowers?
Yeah.
I'm looking for him to be the best. I mean, go out there and you know, just make explosive play after explosive play, but really just take a deep breath, keep it simple, and just try to do your job one play at a time. Because when you work as hard as he does and you have the talent that he has, good things are going to happen if you keep it simple, which I think he does a great job.
We got 2 more for John. Last. Related to the question of rookies in contact, Zach, on whenever we talked to him, talked about Mike Green, and he said, yeah, he looks great, but let's see when the pads come on. Right? And I know it's more than one practice, but specifically with him, what changes? What are you looking for when the pads come on?
Well, all those guys, like those guys who play off the edge, you know, it comes down to like taking on tight end run block. It comes down to guards and kicking you out, or Pat Ricard kicking you out and kick out run plays. You know, can you close and be physical? Take those down with good technique, get off blocks, go make tackles. Can you rush the passer the same way? Now it's not just kind of trying to get around tackles. Now you got a chance to run through tackles too. And they've got to hold up against the bull rush. So what's the bull rush look like? So the next step is actually definitely the physicality, which is football. You know, it's a physical game. The game is played in pads. So how well they respond to that is really much. It's all done in steps, right? So he's looked good so far. We'll see how he looks in the next step.
John, we also didn't see.
Yeah, Rashad got sent home because he was sick, and he was not happy, but he wanted to get everybody else sick.
What about the 2 young corners, John, Kone and Armour Davis, that went out in the previous?
Yeah, Armour Davis we'll find out about. I don't think it's too serious, but we'll find out. He's going to get an MRI. We think it's okay. Kone landed on his shoulder yesterday. I expect him to be back very, very soon. It's going to just kind of be a pain tolerance.
Thanks,
Okay?
Coach. Thanks.